Yo, Marcus, Low Budget Wisdom. Welcome back. So, today I've made this chart, right? And if you can see properly, in the middle, that's us, every single one of us. And we start off as a baby when we are born, right? We come out into this world as a child, as a baby. We don't really know anything like in a logical sense, but we are born, right, with the belief that I'm perfect. You're a baby, you're perfect, you know what you need to do, you know what your life path is going to be like because it's encoded in you basically. We don't control where we are born, to what parents, to what siblings. We don't know. We can't control when we will die, how we're gonna die, and at what age, right? Our life contract ends, right? And then we return back, and we get reincarnated or whatnot. So everything is actually planned. We have a life that we have to go through. We have agreed upon that before coming into this physical baby body, and then as time goes on, you grow up, you experience things, and then we all die. That is the only truth that I can say without anybody, coming to kind of like dismiss me or whatever. That is the truth. We are born and then we will die one day. Nobody escapes that. Not you, not me, not the king of the world, nobody escapes death. So we come into this world with the belief that I'm perfect. We don't come into this world as a baby once we are born and then we think to ourselves, man, I'm too poor. Man, I'm bad with women. Man, I'm a failure in my career. We don't have those thoughts. So, where do these beliefs come from? Right? We have parents, they'll talk about a bunch of stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then as you grow up with your parents or your guardians, if you don't have parents, and they will tell you things, right? We want the best for you, we care, and then the blah blah blah. And then you have grandparents or elders or people who are much much older than your guardians and parents. They would impart some of their wisdom and their knowledge and their experiences of their own specific life in their own era, and then they'll impart those things onto you, those knowledge, wisdom, whatever it may be. And then you pick them up and you take it as part of your own consciousness, right? Part of your own belief systems, right? Am I saying that, they don't care for you? No. Deep down, they want the best for you. Whether or not you see it or perceive it that way, but deep down, your guardians, your parents, your grandparents, your elders, they want the best for you. But nobody is perfect, and it is their first time being parents as well, right? So if they may have imparted some knowledge or wisdom that you later found out, this doesn't work for me. This kind of belief systems and wisdoms that my parents and my grandparents have imparted into me, for me, is making my life miserable. Forgive, love them equally. They are your parents, they are your guardians. They may not be the best people to hang out with, they may not be the best people to take advice from, but ultimately, it is their first time being parents. So, cut them some slack and forgive. Love them unconditionally. Not because they are your parents, not because they provided you food or support when you were growing up. Not because of that. Don't love them because of that. That is conditional love. Oh, I should love my parents because last time they took care of me and they bought me stuff, and I was able to survive in this world. Don't love them because of that. Love them because they are a part of your family, and no matter what they did to you, it is part of our experience with our parents. It is specifically made for us by the universe, and we should love them unconditionally. We should love them equally. Uh, you know, it's their first time, so cut them some slack, right? So these things will program you from a child and up, right? And then we have social media. Buy this, do this, achieve. If not, you're a failure. You should look a certain way to be desirable. You should have certain things so that you meet the societal requirements of what success looks like. But who made these up? Who made these up? Right? Who are you to tell me what success looks like for me? When we were born, we kind of, fumble here and there, but ultimately we know our own truth. We would, grow up realizing, you know what? I like to play a certain sport. I have more affinity towards, doing certain things like art or engineering, whatever that may be. I may not be very good at science. I don't really like science, but I like law. I like history. I don't really like languages, but I like math. You have to find out who you are, and we will find out who we are if we take in all these information that is given to us from externally with a grain of salt, with discernment. There's nothing wrong with getting wisdom from your parents, but ultimately you have to decide yourself what wisdom that you get from your parents actually works for you and works for your best interest in your own particular experience, right? Or what you see from social media, does it actually resonate with me? Some do actually resonate with me. So I take those information from social media. Some of the information from social media may help me in my life, in how I live my life, how I feel about myself. But a big chunk of those things from what you see on social media doesn't actually align with who you are supposed to become. Who it doesn't really align with your truest purpose in life. It doesn't really help you. It's just junk food. It's junk food for the mind. So take it with a grain of salt, whatever you see on social media. Have discernment and be conscious enough and be aware enough to notice, okay, these informations, I don't really like that. So I want to see less of those. Be conscious with your scrolling. There's no problem with doom scrolling. It's only doom scrolling if doom scrolling is only bad and harmful to us if we take every single thing we see online as the truth, right? How many truths can there be? The best truth is coming back to within yourself and listening to yourself, facing your fears, facing what is brewing within yourself. And we all inherently have that power. It's not somewhere outside of us. What is your truth? We got to find that out. Sooner or later, we will have the opportunity to realize these kind of things. Who we are as an essence. In essence, who are we? We will have to walk that journey sooner or later. So there's no escaping that, right? And then we have peers, we have our friend groups, our colleagues, people that have similar age groups with us growing up in schools and all that. So your peers is also going to affect your belief systems. And then they will be talking about some group thing stuff like we should as a group do this, do that, have these kind of belief systems. If not, then you're out of my group. You're out of our group. You do not belong. You're the black sheep, right? You should do certain things for the group in order for us to gel together, to work together as a group, right? If not, then you're an alien. We collectively don't really like you, right? Or they should. So your peers might, form different kind of like perspectives on other people. It is like they are forming the belief of what we should be like, and what is us versus them, right? Our group versus their group. We are more superior. We are more powerful as a group. They should, that group, that peer group should do what we are doing. They should like what we like. So these also form your belief systems, and it kind of distracts you from looking within and really finding out who you are as a person in essence. What do you truly like? Not what a group wants you to like, not what social media wants you to like, not what parents want you to do. You have to form some boundaries for yourself to protect yourself from all these external influences. We have to do that. We have to have a sense of identity, who we are as a person, and not let all these external things influence our own truth. We have to listen to ourselves and have discernment for ourselves in order to live our life purposefully, right? And then we have institutions, schools, universities. Like, guys, I'm not saying that our parents are evil and they are programming us since birth, and we should hate them, and we should always fight with our parents, go against their morals. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying social media is all about negativity, fake news, and things that make us feel insecure about ourselves, advertisements, brainwashing. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying we shouldn't have friends either. It's good to have friends. It's good to have the help of social media and the internet and phones and computers to help us learn and excel, right? It's good to have parents who want the best for us, but they do their best in what they think would protect us, right? In what they think would push us further in life, right? To help us succeed. I'm not saying we should diss all those and start hating everything externally. What I'm saying is we should sooner or later, form a boundary between what is external and what is your own truth, right? It's good to have, morals from parents, good to have social media. Everything has its purpose in your life. And maybe these things help you to realize who you truly are in essence. Maybe these things give a contrast to your life. The things that they say, the things that they teach, the things that you see, they give your life contrast so that you are better able to distinguish between what is really what I want in essence and what is external to who I am as a person, right? So institutions, schools, not saying they're a bad thing. They are good at helping you develop your mental capacity to learn math, how to calculate, and maybe help you realize what are subjects that you have affinity with, what are subjects that you do well and you excel with, and what are subjects that you actually like, you enjoy doing that. And it gives you a glimpse into your true purpose, right? That is the purpose of all these things, schools and institutions. If you take it wrongly, then schools and institutions would pressure you to achieve, to get certain grades. You have to achieve these things. You have to go through school. You have to be, study. Results are everything. They are not everything, right? Everything has its every single part of these has its a good side and a bad side. It is beneficial to you only if we can learn to discern. Only if we are conscious enough to understand that, schools are here to teach us are here to help us realize who we are as a person and what we like or dislike, right? Is there to help us grow in a manner. And school can be very damaging if we think that, I just have to grind, I just have to memorize everything and produce results, get good grades, then I will be successful in life. That is not success. Success comes if you go through school with the mindset of, okay, what are these subjects showing me? Where are my strengths? Yes, then you will be successful if you are aligned with your truth through schooling systems, right? Through institutions of education, right? Parents, they can be very harmful if you only listen to your parents. Everything your parents say is the truth, and you don't have discernment for yourself. You don't set your own boundaries, and you don't have an identity of your own self. Then it can be damaging, because now you are just repeating what your parents are giving you, the wisdom that your parents are giving you. And a lot of those wisdom and knowledge that you gain from your parents may be outdated, right? Those wisdom worked for your parents and your grandparents' time during their era, during when they were your age. But the world changes so rapidly to the point where we have to have discernment in what our parents actually say, right? Take their knowledge and wisdom with you, but remember to digest with discernment and fit it into your own modern life in the present moment, right? Okay, social media, you can get so much information from online, from the internet, right? It is a tool to be used, social media. That is what it is. And if we don't have discernment, then we would be downloading and taking in a lot of junk information that does not actually help us, and it's just a form of distraction from what we actually need to do, what we actually need to achieve, to work toward, in order to fulfill our purpose as me in this world, right? Friend groups, they can be helpful if they support your growth. They have a mindset where you guys have similar interests, and those interests align with who you want to become in the future, right? Or it could be hurtful if it distracts you, if you are with your friend groups just for the sake of not feeling lonely, so that you can have friends even though they don't align, even though their values and their goals and their mindsets don't align with what you want to become in the future, then that can be very damaging as well. So everything have to be gone through with discernment. Discernment is key. You have to know if it aligns with you or not. These knowledge, these friends, these wisdom, these information from the internet, do they align with who I want to become? Do they align with my truth? And there are, 8 to 9 billion people in the world to date, or maybe more. No two person has the same truth. And we have to find that out for ourselves, right? Okay, this video is getting a bit long, I'm sorry, but that's the essence of it all. And I hope this video helped you. I'll see you in the next one. Please do subscribe if this helped you and you want to get more videos like this, watch more videos like this. And if you think what I say makes sense, I'm not trying to be right, I'm trying to make sense. All right, and like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below what you think, if it helped you, if it didn't, what may your thoughts and ideas. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Have a nice one.